So here, what I'll do is, again, you can just create something from scratch if you like. Let's take a look at that, right? Notice if I just create something from scratch based on the template, look what happens, right? Here's page 6. It looks pretty generic, right? But look at this. Has the same information, right, that's on every page just for this title, but what's missing there? What's unique for that page, right? So here, all you'll have to do is go to the previous one, go grab anything that you want, just Control-C to copy, come back to this page. I'm going to double click on it and call it A4 Elevations. Of course, you know the list of drawings that you have. It's just for this presentation here. And again, because I did not change layers, right? Think about the model information that you're working with, right? This should be unique element. Yes, this is unique element, separate from whatever I'm using here as graphics or model views. So again, Control V, right? And then double click and edit. A4. All right, awesome. So now, final thing here is bring in one view, set it up, multiply it, change the view, annotate. Just like that, right? Let's do 2 and you'll see what I mean. Again, I don't have to go back to any of the pages. I can always go insert, right? Just insert a fresh view. Bring that in, right click, use scenes, and let me do it from up here so you guys can see. So right click, use scenes, and you can get an exterior perspective or elevation, right? Well, how about that? I never saved one, right? Never saved one. So let me show you now. Okay, this is actually great because now, what if I need to edit the model while I'm in the presentation mode, right? So here's the model view. Right click, open with SketchUp. Okay, it's gonna open up a SketchUp session, and here's the model, right? You can see. Did I create an elevation? No, I didn't. But here's what I could do, right? Again, using layers and whatever else I want to do, I can set the model view. And if I touch the face here, let's say, I can use right-click, align to view, right? Also, what I want to do here is use camera for parallel projection. There we go. And notice what type of display style I have, right? Here, if I go back to my styles, what I could do is select a style that's going to be very simple, right? Actually, I'm not even going to bother with that, right? Because here, I'll just leave it like it is, and I'll just add it as a new style. This is scene 7, and I'll just call it front elevation, like that, and then save it. Now, watch me when I come back to layout. Okay, what do I want to do? If I right click here, I'm going to update the model reference. If I select that, you'll see now that's the latest view, right? Now, that's the way I save the scene, but that's not the style I want to use. Again, I want to show you how dynamic this is. Come over here to Styles and simply select DWG 2D Elevations, or select any of the other styles that represent something similar, but let's say, I think it's this one. No, that's sketchy. And of course, you have all your own. Here's that. Oh, that's still section. No problem. Just pick something. And then we'll move on. Here's style. Oh, there's the second one. Let's see. Oh, no, that still shows section. It's all good. Let's see that one. And that's in color. Well, you get the idea, no? I'm just going to leave it like that for right now. All right? So, again, you can use a graphic to crop. Okay? You could use dimensions. You could use callouts to indicate the finishes. And then what I would do here, for example, let's go ahead and just do the cropping. You don't need to show You don't need to show the landscape, okay? But you can if you want to. At least one that does not. Let's select both. Create a clipping mask, right? And again, if I select just the model view, make sure that we have the right scale too. I didn't check that. But here's, I think, for the elevations, I think we want to use 1/8 inch, right? Because that way we can fit all of them on our sheet, a single sheet, right? And there you go, you can see how I'm using the graphic here just to crop it. Once you have a cropped view, position it, use a drawing title, select both, control drag, and then you could double click, select the model view and change the scene, right? In your model, you should already have front, right, left, and back elevations. Okay, guys? So, I think that should do it for a quick express introduction into layout and for presentation. Once you have all of your sheets, right, here's what I would strongly recommend you do. Save it. If you haven't saved it. But in the end, to submit your assignment, you're going to export, and you're going to export PDF, okay? When you create a PDF, you want high resolution, all right? You could also create smaller resolutions if you're going to use for email, but create a high resolution so that you have the high resolution for printing from laser printer or from whatever other media you're going to use, okay? You could also use images here if you want to make a quick photo album on a website or as a presentation in your G drive, okay? And of course, you can do page setup and print to do a hard copy. All right, guys. Good luck with your presentations.